Yo, all right, so we're gonna get right to it. We got chapter 1164 titled up Baby Blood. And we're in the cover page. It's the request here Perona chasing a rabbit with a watch. And it's by PN Tomari Shinome. Now, thought that was cool. Had some lore with Mihawk and stuff, with the rabbit and everything. Anyways, we'll get right to it though with the short summary. Rocks, he resists his transformation and he taunts Emu about Davy D. Jones and Joy Boy, which enrages Emu. Emu declares that they will subjugate Elbaf and Harold, much to Rox's anger, and once again tells him to kill his family as Rox's transformation is complete. Rox, in his demonic form, attacks Kaido and Big Mom and clashes with Whitebeard, destroying the mountain on God Valley. Rox nearly kills his own wife and son, but Kuma manages to teleport them and himself away from God Valley. Rox kills several people till Garp and Roger confront him to stop him, and they hear Rox's voice begging them to kill him. This was such a crazy chapter, bro. Peak fiction, chapter after chapter, man. It's peak fiction with this guy. But we'll get to the long summary because there were some details I missed. So we'll get right to it. Everyone is watching as Rox. She's screaming in pain due to the transformation process that's happening right now. But surprisingly, Rox was doing his best to resist transforming. To a point, Emu called him persistent. Now, Rox tells Emu not to underestimate the strength of a human being, and he proudly declares his belief that Davy D. Jones was once the king of the world. And that enrages Emu. Now, by Rox's words, Emu declares that Jones was never the king of anything, but the animosity between the two of them has nothing to do with Rox. Rox, however, does not believe that because of how panicked Emu seems to be over something as simple as a family name. Rox asks Emu if they have been terrified for years at the thought that someone would inherit Jones and fulfill the promise that he spoke of. He then asks Emu what terrifies him more, Jones or Joy Boy. Emu demands Rox's silence himself and announces that once they eliminate him, their kind will never be seen again. They then tell Rox that they have found the perfect soldiers, which are the giants of Elbaf, as they are currently harmless and internally conflicted. Rox becomes enraged by this and demands Emu to leave Harold out of their plan because he only wants peace. But Emu says that Harold's desire for peace will allow them to mold him into the perfect puppet, just like they are molding him into one. Emu once again orders Rox to end his own bloodline and everyone else on the island as they slam him on the ground, thus completing the transformation. Linlin and Kaido get too close to Rox, wondering what happened to him. But Rox stands up and declares there is blood he needs to exterminate. In an instant, Rox grabs Kaido, slams him into the mountain, prompting Linlin to attack him. Unfortunately, Rox also easily dispatches her as well. Newgate stands his ground and matches Rox's attack with his own, causing a shockwave so powerful it shatters the northeast mountain and causes it to crumble to the ground. After that, Rox continued to chase after his wife and son. Insane. The Marines are ordered to keep their distance from the island and prioritize the safe evacuation of the world nobles. Everyone else continues to try and flee with their lives and whatever treasure they were able to secure. Elsewhere, Dragon despairs over his inability to rescue baby Shanks, while Ivankov tells Kuma to stop as he has saved enough people. But Kuma insists there is more. John survives Ganzui's attack, manages to escape with some treasure. Rox, meanwhile, manages to reach Eris and Teach. When Eris sees him, Eris figures that Rox lost his mind, his confrontation with Emu, and apologizes for it, saying he did it to save them, even though he was not ready. Regardless, Eris holds Teach closer to her and says they will jump into the sea and swim away if that is what it takes to survive. Just as she reaches the shore, though, the Marines stationed open fire on her. Thankfully, both her and Teach are teleported away by Kuma, who saw them earlier before teleporting himself away. Wow, bro. I'm just gonna say this now. That moment had me bawling, bro. Like, Kuma is MVP, bro. Shanks can have his own story. Kuma can have his own story. Teach, you know what I'm saying? Rox and Gold and everybody can have their own damn story. It's crazy. So Rox's Slash ends up destroying the ship, though he still gets hit by the cannons. And seeing the fire in the distance, Emu orders Rox to continue killing everyone else on the island. Garp and Roger confront Rox as they do not want him to hurt any more of their people. But they see tears streaming down his face, and honestly, my face too, okay? And they somehow hear his voice in their heads. You know, it's like some telepathic speaking here. Rox begins to beg to Garp and Roger to kill him as the three begin the fated battle. Insane chapter. God, it's just so insane, dude. Top tier stuff, bro. This has to be like literally the best of the best, bro. Seriously, bro. But we're into the notes. Domi Reversi. There's a lot of notes, bro. Ooh, yeah, Garp. Biggest note that I'm gonna say is that Garp is confirmed to be capable of hearing the voice of all things. One of the biggest takeaways here. There's so many things, man. This chapter, 10 out of damn 10, baby. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Fantasy chapter. Like literally insane chapter. Love it, man. I'm not even trying to gas it up, bro. I swear on everything. I be reading it and I'm like, I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm crying and I'm like, every single chapter I'm like that, and I'm like, yo, this is just amazing every single time, bro. So crazy. Y'all have a good one, bro. Y'all take it easy, man. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Until next time, man. Y'all take it easy.